Hi, my name is Peter Terrace, and I'm sitting down with Richard Harrison, who's a neighbor of mine and a good friend of mine, and who I've known for quite a long time. His daughters actually worked for my business when I had a greenhouse. But the reason I wanted to sit down with you, Richard, today was to talk to you about your Lyme disease and your journey you've taken with it. Can you tell me when you found out you had it?
Hi Peter. Back in 2008, I had to have a pacemaker put in. I found out that the heart had gone down to 34 beats per minute, and then that was after having a full physical where I was good. I just split about 5 wood by hand, which I was still in good shape. Then from then on, it was a matter where I had violent headaches, pinpoint headaches where you could just know exactly where it was. And so I went for a CAT scan, that didn't show anything. And so then it was temporal arteritis, thinking that it was the arteries behind the eye, which was going to take, you could be blinded in a short time. That didn't work out. So then we went for different, as I said the other day to you, we went to 14 different specialists before we found out really what was going on. Try this, try that, try the other. One of the medications which they wanted me on all the time was prednisone. They had me up to 100 milligrams of prednisone a day for 2 weeks to try and kick this out of my body. But as soon as I came off it, became the lethargy came in my body. I was stiffening up, and I just knew it was like a flu symptom. Just feeling like you had the flu and you couldn't get home. And so I said, okay, this isn't right. And my body was telling me, no, that isn't right. So we tried. The next thing was polymyalgia rheumatica. Well,
So one of the doctors
this is one of the doctors said,
told you that you had that.
yes, I had that. So I had that and said, well, you're going to have to be on prednisone for the rest of your life. And I thought, well, I ain't going to be on that for the rest of my life.
And now, what year was that?
That would be about 2009.
So about a year after
Yeah,
you were diagnosed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a matter where we went from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, and the inflammation rate in the body is supposed to be about 0 to 4. Mine was 96 at one time.
So what does that mean exactly?
That means you can't walk around.
So you were not able to walk.
You don't. You are so. It's an inflammatory disease. The Lyme disease is inflammatory, and that was one of the things where I knew as soon as I came off the prednisone, the inflammation rate would start going up, and I could feel it. And one of the things even now, if the inflammation rate goes high, if I get inflammation in my body, the eyesight is one of the first things to go.
Yeah.
So
Was that because there was damage that happened to your body with the Lyme disease, or maybe because of the drugs?
I think it's mainly that you never really get totally rid of it.
Okay.
There is always that inflammation factor.
Okay.
Because the inflammation, or else it's easy, the inflammation comes on easier than if you were a healthy person.
Okay.
The damage is being done, the damage is being done.
Yeah.
I never had a bullseye on my body, which I knew of, but I worked in agriculture since 15 years of age.
So the bullseye, because that's what we know
That's
about
what they
Lyme
say,
disease. The doctors tell
You
us
don't
that
have
if you
that.
get the bullseye, that means you've been
got it.
bit by a tick,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have
That's
Lyme
what he
disease.
said.
Right.
Yeah.
So you never had that.
Never had the bullseye, never had that. It just went, the heart went out first because it's a muscle. The Lyme disease affects the muscle. And so that's what first thing happened. Then the temporal arteritis thing. Then it was a matter I could feel it coming from my head, down my neck, and into my spine. And that's when it was starting to take control of my body. The shoulders. It came to a point where I couldn't move my shoulders. It was a matter I would go like this.
Yeah.
To bring anything off the table, I would slide it and then just lift it like this. No strength whatsoever in my body.
Wow.
No strength whatsoever. And then finally Sarah went on the internet. She found out, put all my ailments in, symptoms in, and think, Lyme disease. That's what he was showing. So then we got into an infectious disease specialist who helped me. If I hadn't seen him, I
So
wouldn't
when
be
did
here.
when did you go see him? The infectious.
That must have been about 2010, because I had the hip done in 11, and I was getting over the Lyme disease then.
Okay, so for 2 years you saw 14
Yeah,
different
yeah.
doctors. You could barely walk.
Yeah.
You could barely lift anything off the table.
It's like,
And then
unless you had this prednisone. If you had the prednisone,
It helped for a bit.
oh man, you could do anything. Climb a
Okay.
house and
Nice.
just, yeah, puts you in a state of mind which isn't right.
Yeah.
Your body says I'm hurt. The prednisone says, no, you're okay. You just get on, doing what you have to do.
So it reduced the inflammation.
Yeah.
So, but didn't cure the disease.
Cures.
Okay.
Like I said to you the other day, it's
Yeah.
like you have a big weed in the garden, you keep chopping the top of the weed off, and the roots keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's what it was doing in my body. The prednisone was taking the top off, a band-aid, you take the prednisone away, take the band-aid off, and then, boom.
So did you
Comes right
notice that after a while the prednisone wasn't helping as much?
No, the prednisone would still hit, because it's a heavy one.
Yeah.
That's a the Jekyll and Hyde thing. It brings the nasty out in anybody.
Okay.
But no. Then we found, I just knew that in my body, I think that's why we have to know what our body's telling us. If your body said, no, that isn't right, you better listen to your body. Because I could have listened to these doctors, and I could have been on now prednisone.
Yeah.
Base rate of, or a supplement base amount of prednisone just to keep me alive.
So you did mention that you went to another doctor. You went to one doctor, and you were barely able to walk, and he was an endocrinologist. What did he tell you?
He said I had polymyalgia rheumatica, but could not be touched by the prednisone. And I talked to my family doctor, and he went about that.
Yeah.
He says there's no way that can be. So we just forget about that one. So then we got up in with this disease specialist.
Yep.
And he helped me a great deal. If I hadn't seen that doctor, I would not be here today. That's all there is to it.
That's amazing. So when did you see him? When did you finally find this infectious disease specialist?
Must have been 2010-ish, something like that.
2010. So 2 years after you
2 years
you
after
found out you had
we're
it.
going through the different.
Figuring it out, whether you
Go
have
to
Lyme
this one,
disease,
go
whether
to
you
the-
don't,
yeah,
whether you
yeah.
have this fibromyalgia, whatever.
Because it takes a while to get in to see any doctors.
Sure.
So it just we're just waiting. But he got me on to hydroxychloroquine, which is an old malaria drug, which is for the adults in your body, and also metronidazole, which is for the eggs.
So he put you on hydroxychloroquine for how long?
Quite a while.
Okay.
Quite a while. Let's say a lot more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
Let's
And-
put it that. But that's got me alive.
Okay.
That's helped me from being in a coffin.
Okay. And then what did he do afterwards that was different from what the other doctors were doing?
He took me off the prednisone. He said this prednisone would have killed me for sure.
Okay.
But it was the hydroxychloroquine and the metronidazole, which got rid of the Lyme disease.
Now the metronidazole, what is that?
He said if you drink with metronidazole, it becomes formaldehyde.
So don't drink.
Don't drink when you got
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's the one takes care of the adults in your body. Cause it's all stuff you can feel.
So it's an
You can
antibiotic.
feel it
It's
going
an
to-
antibiotic.
Yeah.
The met-
yeah.
And how long did he put you on that for?
A lot longer than 2 weeks.
Okay. So like how long?
6 months to a year.
6 months to a year.
But
And so
I had to, yeah.
So what happened to you? So after you went on this, did you notice that you felt you were getting better? Because you were on
Yes.
the hydroxychloroquine, and then you were on the antibiotic that I can't pronounce,
Metronidazole.
metronidazole, and then so you were on that for up to a year, almost a year. Did you? By the end of the year, did you feel better?
Yeah. I wasn't dead.
You were still
I was still there.
Now, did that doctor or the other doctor, did he tell you that you're going to die with this disease?
No,
No, he never told
but
you
I
that.
knew in myself I was just getting worse.
Yeah.
And all the prednisone was doing was just a band-aid, just to keep you going, keep the inflammation down. Because for pain, for inflammation, pain, inflammation, and then the root.
Yeah.
If you just play with the inflammation and don't get rid of the root, you ain't doing any good.
Well,
It's
is
going to
it,
come back.
well, right. I mean, you're
That's what
you're
we-
describing
that's what
pretty
we
much
said.
how all
Yeah.
our medicine is done right now
Yeah.
in our country,
Yeah.
in our continent, that they treat the symptoms rather
Yeah.
than the underlying
The root,
causes,
yeah.
right? So now it's about 2012 after you finished
Yeah,
the
2010.
antibiotic.
2010, so yeah.
2010.
10, yeah. 10, 11, in that, 10, 11. That year.
Okay.
But,
So you went from
okay, the only problems I had was I would take about 6 billion of the probiotics to counteract the antibiotics.
Okay.
That's what I had to do. The problems I have now is I have acute hearing. I have very, very acute hearing, where I can hear. If I hear somebody behind me, I can hear a hummingbird when he's.
And you never had that before.
No. That's one of the side effects from too much antibiotic.
It's like
It's in the
that's like
back,
the
really.
movie Spider-Man when you
Yeah.
get bit by a spider
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you could
Yeah,
climb buildings. Now
No, I
you
haven't
can
tried
hear
that.
better.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. Yeah. But no,
Okay.
it's just a matter where, like I said to you the other day, both my shoulders had to be broken loose. They had seized.
You're that tight.
Yeah, they were seized completely.
So okay, so now it's 2025. So 15 years has passed now.
Yeah.
What are you suffering with now? How old are you, by the way, right now?
70 years of age.
So you were 55,
1955 model.
and it looks like you have recovered.
I'm still working.
And you're still working now. What do you do for a living?
I'll take Kinsley and see if I can work him out.
Yeah. What do you and what do you do for a living?
I'm a landscaper.
So you do landscaping.
Landscaping,
So
construction.
physical work.
Yeah,
And you're able to still do that now
yeah,
after not being able to walk.
yeah.
Did you go back to the doctor that said that there's nothing he can do for you, that you're going to be on prednisone for the rest of your
No, I
life?
didn't bother back.
You never went
Didn't
back
bother
then?
back. No. That would
No.
be a waste of time.
Right.
Because they ain't going to change the minds. But the one which I did get to see, he wanted to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what doctors are supposed to do. Or that's what we believe they're supposed to do.
Well, we saw a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of doctors, even as an example, during the pandemic. They
Yeah.
weren't interested in helping people. They were only interested in
Keeping
the
the money.
narrative.
Yeah.
Right? And it's by no accident that the biggest benefactor of every med school in North America is Big Pharma. But somehow there are doctors out there
Who
that
want to do right.
want to help people, and you are
Yeah.
living proof of that. So 15 years ago, it seems like you're recovering, right,
Mhm.
from
Yeah. Yes, I
from
was.
the Lyme disease.
Yeah.
At that time, in 2012, like 2011,
Yeah,
after you had finished the antibiotic, were you able to walk?
Yeah.
You were able to walk.
I had a hip replacement in 2011.
Yeah.
Hip replacement. And so I had that done. But no, I was walking and everything. When I came back, it was just a matter of getting rid of it's like that type of feeling on your arm. It's like a fly is walking on your arm.
Yeah.
But that's the bugs under your skin, are in your muscles and in your joints, where
The
they
parasite.
go. The parasites which go in, and that's what you can feel. You can feel them move, and they're like a corkscrew, and they
Oh, wow.
screw into the muscle and through the blood. They aren't always in the blood; they go into the muscle. I don't know how it does it. I don't know, but that's why the blood test doesn't always show up.
Yeah.
There's that blood test which can be sent out to California, and the doctor told me, he said it can either come back positive or negative.
So it's
Flip it.
inconclusive.
So it's a waste of time. So $260 or something would be a waste of time.
Yeah.
You weren't going to be a guarantee. So what he did was he looked at me clinically. He clinically diagnosed what I had.
Yeah.
I had the aches in joints, like flu symptoms, the headaches, the heart being taken out, it's like a five-headed monster, and it points to Lyme's disease.
Lyme, yeah, because it's compelling. Because I hear a lot of people who have Lyme disease and who are struggling with it, but I haven't heard a lot of people like yourself who have been. Looks like they've been cured. Like, do you think you've been cured of it?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't take anything, or you don't take any prednisone.
The only medication I take now is Synthroid for my thyroid.
Yeah.
And then I take a lot of natural honey. A lot of honey.
A lot of honey.
Yeah. Not pasteurized,
That's very
anything
good.
like the real stuff.
Yeah.
We buy 30 pounds at a time.
Well, that's amazing.
And that is a natural antibiotic.
Yeah.
Before I had the hips surgery and stuff like that, I was taking apple cider vinegar
Yeah.
as a natural anti-inflammatory.
Now,
So I have a sister. Okay, she pops the pills.
Yeah.
She had to have a hip replaced. She was popping the pills, then the liver went up.
yeah. Oh yeah. So
You can't live
anytime,
on
like
pills. You
all
can't live
the
on pills.
all the pharmaceuticals, they do have side effects if you're on them for
Yeah.
long enough, right? So you do want to eventually
But
get off them.
you know, pop a pill. Oh yeah, I feel good now.
So this doctor, I mean, he's cured you. Did they have a parade for him? Did they have,
No,
like, in
no.
downtown Toronto, did the College
No.
of Physicians and Surgeons
No.
give him some sort of, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he should be getting some sort of award.
No, we just prayed for him and thank God that we got to see him and we used it. God used him to help keep me on. I want to see all my grandchildren.
Yeah.
I want to see my two daughters married.
Yeah.
I want to see my grandchildren. A lot of things in it, and that's just the basement.
It sounds like he's giving you a whole new life.
Yeah.
A whole new life.
You're the 15 years, ain't
Yeah. Yeah, that is
It's terrible.
amazing. And I think a lot of people, if they want to, this is a really hopeful story, I believe, where there is a possibility for a cure, but our current system doesn't really allow for it, and it doesn't encourage it. In fact, it discourages it. And I also heard that there are doctors that get in trouble if they try to prescribe antibiotics for 6 months or for a year because it's off what is they're supposed to do, or it's
off the protocol.
It's off the protocol. So as soon as they go off the protocol, they are subject, or they put themselves at risk of being sanctioned by the College of Physicians and Surgeons in Ontario, rather than this doctor who did something a little bit different, a little bit unorthodox,
Yeah.
but he cured you.
Because he wanted to help me.
Yeah.
He wanted to help. That's the biggest thing. And the hardest thing is I found when a lady has Lyme's disease,
Yep.
they go to a doctor and says, oh, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. And then a doctor from out BC said, yeah, I had one patient, she went and shot herself. There was no hope. She was so like autistic. That's how
Yep.
you go. You can't
that how
move.
you went too?
Yeah,
You went like that?
You can't move.
Yeah.
Your body tightens up so much. And he says there's no hope. So what's the hope?
Yeah.
When there is a hope with the old-fashioned penicillin.
Well, Richard, I'm
Yeah,
really,
products.
is there anything else you want to say? Because I'm really grateful that you came today over and you were able to share your story.
I just hope somebody can be helped, right?
Yeah, and if anybody wants to know the doctor's name, just message me, contact me. There's a couple of reasons why we don't want to mention his name, but I think he did some amazing work. Or if you're, he may not be willing. I know a lot of doctors are not willing to take the risk that he took, but Richard will tell you what he did. He told you right today what he did and what the doctor did to cure him, and you can see he's living proof that he probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this treatment.
I also would have been on prednisone for the rest of my life, and the prednisone would have killed me.
Yeah.
You can't stay on it. But it seems strange that there's some medications which, we can put this person on for X disease, and they can stay on it for years, but then you can't use penicillin for an extra 2 weeks or 6 months to get that person better. That seems a strange bad about it.
Yeah, we know that the medical system is being constrained. The doctors are being constrained by their protocols, and you're proof that sometimes those protocols,
You have to go outside
you
the
got to
box.
go outside those protocols in order to help.
Because we aren't all there. We aren't all the same. Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Well, listen, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in and talking.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.